All right, who is here on Phillips? Lynzee Phillips.
Present, Your Honor, Eddie Providence.
All right, if y'all will come down.
I say that more so I don't forget who I am. That's good, you know.
All right, court is calling 2020 CR 12349, State versus Lynzee Phillips. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? All right, counsel, have you received all of the discovery?
I have, Your Honor.
Did you review it with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Phillips, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Your Honor.
State, it appears that you're proceeding on the indictment as presented. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? It's this documents that tell you what your rights are? All right, you're charged with arson with intent to damage a habitation or place of worship. That's a first-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor, but I must put on the record, she was found incompetent at one point because she was off her meds. I thoroughly went over the sanity issue with her. There was a defense there, but it was not to the point that I thought she was insane. And so I'm just simply putting this on the record. Someone looked in the past and said she was found incompetent, and I had not put it on the record that I thoroughly examined it. I would worry about someone grading my report card. So I wanted to add more to that I thoroughly went over it, and I'm sorry to disrupt the court.
No, there's no disruption.
Oh.
Right. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? It tells you what your agreement is with the state.
So the page she's talking about is the 10 years of probation that I showed you.
Mhm.
She's asking if you looked over that. with
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what it says is your punishment is to be assessed at 10 years of the prison. The state is offering you probation, so the only way you could potentially go to prison for 10 years is if you were to violate the probation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And they're asking that there be restitution to SRMZ, the number 4 Asset Company 2 LLC, or property owner of 8042 Chestnut Gate and Converse, Texas 78109. Did you understand that to be the plea? Is that your plea agreement?
What she's asking you is if you've agreed to the 10 years of probation and if you've agreed to make restitution for the fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Just wondering, when do you think I'll be able to get out of jail?
All right, we'll get to that point.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem. All right, so the state is asking that your probation be for a term of 10 years, that you have a TAP evaluation, community service hours, that you be placed on GPS, which monitors or shows people where you are, and that you have no contact with the location. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so how do you plead to this case?
Bitch, I'm so sorry. I can't remember if I put no contest or guilty. I just can't remember.
You didn't write it in here at all.
You want to put guilty or no contest?
No contest?
All right, so how do you plead?
No contest?
Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and then court will review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
So Judge, I know she wants to get out today. Here's the deal. I've heard you ask many times, what do you need to be successful? I know Ms. Phillips in her case very well after 4 years. She does have mental competency issue and she needs to be on medication. My concern is if you let her out today, that we make sure that she be evaluated so that she can be successful.
Oh, no, she will be.
Oh, okay. So in other words, yes, I want her to get out and she wants to get out, but I don't want to set her up for failure because you always ask people, what do you need to be successful? And I actually listen to you. And
Yes.
she needs to be evaluated and needs to be ordered to follow through with the medications and the treatments. When she's treated and when she's medicated, she's a very nice young woman that follows the law. When she's not, she has issues.
Let me ask you this. Do you know, because I read the police report and in it, it says that she was upset. So she burned the couch because she was going to be or she thought she was going to be sent to Houston. And she thought the staff was going to tell her mother she was going to Houston. So what is this location?
As I understand it, I may not be getting it perfectly right. There's folks that run group homes for people that have disabilities. She understands what's going on, but as you probably can read between the lines, she's not going to get 100 on a test as an example. And so this was one of those group homes where you live out in the community, but you live with other individuals, and then someone monitors the group home and takes care of you. And I've represented a couple of people that do that. So that's the type of facility it is. It wasn't a lockdown facility or whatever. So she can function, but she can't function by herself if she's not with a parent or out there. Her mother called us and we spoke to her, and her mother will pick her up whenever she's released, because that was my other concern. And I'm going
Well,
through
let
it
me
with
ask you this.
Okay.
So with regards to Houston, is she going to be living with her mother?
She's going to start out living with mom, and then they're going to have to go through the group home application process again. And I'll just be blunt. This may sound strange, but the fact that someone has issues and set someplace in fire for these group homes is not, and doesn't mean they won't take her, because everyone in those group homes has some issues. So it won't be immediate, and her mom knows that she'll have to take her at first. And her mom called 2 days ago. I think it might have been Friday of last week.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. Is she receiving SSI?
I don't know that answer. Are you getting Social Security disability?
They cut it off,
Okay,
but my mom's gonna try to get me back on it, ma'am.
all right.
And thank you, Your Honor, for everything.
Oh, you're welcome. We're going to try to get you to help, okay?
Yes,
This is what the
ma'am.
court is going to do. Probation. This is what I'm going to do. I'm finding her guilty. I'm going to sentence her to 10 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 10 years. There's a $1,500 fine that will be probated. There's to be restitution and no contact with SRM2 Asset Company 2 LLC or 8042 Chestnut Gate in Converse, Texas 78109. If there is contact made with that location and they say they want her back or they don't have an objection to her staying there, I'll lift the no contact order. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. We can do a MIC evaluation in a DDRF in custody. If her mother has found a place for her to stay and that place is willing to accept her, then we can lift the order for DDRF, but I still want the MIC evaluation. There's to be proof of SSI within 45 days of release. There's to be no contact with minors. Field visits 1 time per month for 4 months. And would she want to be transferred to Houston?
I think no, I don't think so. Let me ask her real quick. Do you want your probation to be sent to Houston? In other words, I don't know where your mom's living. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Can you tell me?
Hopkins in
Where is that?
Silver Springs, Texas.
Would you prefer that it be your probation be transferred there, or
The
that you
Hunt
report?
County, the Hunt County,
Would you prefer that?
the Hunt County where my dad's at.
Okay, that's what you'd like, and that's what you're asking the court to do.
Please, yes, sir, yes, ma'am.
All right, so this is what we'll do. Let's make some phone calls.
Understood.
And if probation, if her father wants her in Hunt County, and if everybody agrees that that's the best placement for her, we can always come back and take that matter up. All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
I'm sorry to ask. I was just wondering when you think I'll be able to get out of jail?
Probation will be able to address that with you. First things first, I need to have that MIC evaluation done. It's a mental health evaluation at the jail. So that will give all the parties a chance to speak to your parents, to speak to this location at Chestnut to see if they would want you back and to try to find a placement for you. I cannot send you out into the world with no placement because then you won't have your medications and we'll be right back here. And if you were to violate your probation, you're potentially looking at 10 years in the prison. So I'm trying to make sure that that doesn't happen. In order to do that, there has to be safeguards, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and then there'll be GPS for half the term. And we'll do that partial for appointments. And that's for her medical appointments, probation, those type of things. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Who's here? Jennifer Hernandez. And where's your client? All right, she needs to come down. Are you all proceeding on a motion to revoke?
Judge, no, there's two new cases. The offer is to,
Oh, I don't want to know what the offer is because
will
that's,
includes dealing with the two new cases that have not been indicted. I can't deal with those. I don't have all the discovery yet, and we're not prepared to proceed on those cases.
all right, so there's a violation of condition number 4. So I'm going to recall this for a contested hearing. And you're all going to proceed with whatever you all decide to proceed on. Norma, recall this for a contested hearing. Do it the week of December 9th. All right. But Sean, there's going to be a contested hearing on Jennifer Hernandez, December 10th at 9 a.m.
I have a conflict with that day, the 9th and 10th. I'll be out of the office.
All right, Norma, put it for December 12th.
Judge, I have a doctor's appointment on the 12th.
All right, Norma, put it for, no, Norma? Put it for the week of December 2nd. All right, December 3rd. Oh, you know what, Norma? What do you think about putting it on December 4th, but they'll need to be here exactly at 9 a.m.? All right, December 4th at 9 a.m.
I have those pages, I guess.
All right, we'll see you back on December 4th at 9 a.m.
Judge, did she give you the pages on those cases that are my appointments? So you have them?
No, I don't have your appointments.
Just your Vega.
Who's here on Jesse Vega? Jesse
Yeah.
Vega,
Norm,
come down.
President, Mr. Vega. How are you this morning?
I'm doing okay. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
And how's your wife doing?
Rough week,
Oh,
but there are days like that, can't get around it.
mom always keeps her in her prayers.
Thank you very much.
Hello. All right, so on this case, where are we on discovery?
Judge, we have all the discovery in this case, discussed it with Jason Garahan. And this will be a plea, Your Honor.
Okay.
We got about a 2-week offset. It's the first time it's been set. I just got it on the docket.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you give me a 2-week reset for disposition? All right, December 2nd.
That's fine, Your Honor. Thank you, might be excused.
Oh, you have another case on our.
I know, I'm still working.
Oh, okay, all right, thank
I'm
you.
not leaving.
All right, thank you. You have any questions, sir?
No.
All right, thank you.
Stand up, let's do-
All right, who's here on Audriel Guy?
I am Judge.
All right,
So
where's Guy?
they were gonna bring her out.
Okay,
I didn't realize I was on the docket.
okay.
But we had some discovery issues that we were resolving.
Just for the court file, there's a discovery document with some new items that we turned over today. And then there's the second thing, Judge, is projected warrant for CPS records. Here's the phone, and then just waiting for the.
So does that conclude all of the
Yes.
discovery?
But
And
we-
state, were you able to tender an offer or no?
Not yet. I need to look at this,
At
Judge.
this point, there's.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna reset this. Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
reset, Guy for December 19th
I'll be here.
and state you'll need to be prepared at that time to tender an offer.
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, I think you've already requested your client, is that correct?
Yes, I'll get her to sign the document. Let me know what's going on.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Judge, which was the other case that Mr. Sawyer was set on?
No, it's Sandra, Gaytan.
It's Gaytan, and I have it up here. Whenever they're ready, just let me know. All right, let me know when you're all ready. You ready?
Correct.
All right, Sandra Gaytan. Have you had a chance to confer with the state on this?
Not yet.
All right, just have a seat. Your attorney's going to confer with the state. Do you have a copy of the violation report?
No, I don't, doesn't ask for it.
All right, I'll give you this violation report. Just make sure you
Thank
give it
you very
back. It's
much.
the only one I have.
Okay.
And if you need a copy, they'll make one in the back for you. Roberto Andrade. So this is supposed to be disposition or jury trial. This was the last day for a plea deadline.
I don't know what we want to say about the offer.
Judge, I believe the defense has some questions on some at-large cases.
Yes.
Correct. So there was an offer made that he's prepared to take, but it was an offer that was pending review of some at-large matters, and I don't have an answer as to whether or not they're going to be closed yet. I'll say, because I was talking to another prosecutor who's on
Judge,
vacation.
The prosecutor, Andrew,
Yeah.
he's out of town. He comes back Monday. However, I can check into it if they're at-large cases. I don't know where they're at.
All right, what I can do then is, since the other prosecutor is out, I can recall this for a different day when he comes back.
That's fine.
So when will he be back?
Be back.
All right, so what we'll do is we'll recall this for the 19th. Are you employed, sir? All right, what's your work schedule?
7:30, 5:30.
All right, are you able to take off on the 19th?
That's next Tuesday.
All right, so Norma, on this
I'm
case,
sorry,
it's going to
Judge.
be recalled for the 19th for disposition or either be set for jury trial.
I can't on the 19th, Your Honor, but maybe Mr. Coons can. I'll double check.
All right, I can move it to the 21st.
21st would be better.
All right,
Yes.
Norma, I'm sorry, the attorney is not available, so it's going to be November 21st. And that'll give the attorney time, if you'll drop
Sure,
by on
will.
Monday to remind him.
I will.
All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. All right, as soon as I put this in the system, I'll take them up.
Just want to make sure. Files.
Do you have a?
Just let me put this in the system, then I'll check, but the files are there.
Your Honor, here's your report back.
All right, thank you. All right, Sandra Gaytan. All right, first things first, where are we on discovery?
This is a violation report, Your Honor.
I know, and I'm just,
I have status turned over whatever they had, and I viewed it.
Okay.
Deferred to Mr.
all right, so now that that's taken care of, now the violation report. We have, this is the third violation. And it's for high brack readings. State, what are you going to be requesting?
Say, it depends, that we be, asking for is randomized, not that random. So that since it is a third.
Is that an agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. We'd like to take this recommendation. My client's definitely going to go with that.
All right, so this is what the court is going to do. The court will continue with, there's to be no driving. The in-home breath, she already is on an in-home breathalyzer. Do you all want to keep the in-home breathalyzer or do you want to switch to scram?
Yes. Financial purposes, Your Honor, what the state is okay with it being, the PAM device being removed, it could be just some screen. And if anything else changes later on, ask it to be monitored sometimes.
All right, and I'm also going to order 120 sober support meetings in 120 days.
And so she is a student running at SAC. She's 3 hours short of getting her associate's degree.
Okay.
3 hours, right?
And then I'm going to order the DUI and DWI education course. I'll ask that the fees are waived.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Norma, what date do you want this to come back? Can you give me a 30-day?
That's for November 21st already, Judge.
All right. Do you want to keep the November 21st date or you
Yes,
want?
Your Honor, November 21st is good.
All right. All right. Is there anything else?
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right. You are excused. Norma, make sure she has a reset form. I know it's already set, but just to be on the safe side.
Get one right now, Your Honor.
All
Thank
right,
you.
thank you. Thank you. Anthony Harris. Where's Mr. Harris? Come forward. All right, today's plea deadline date. Are you requesting a jury trial?
Yes, John.
All right, how long do y'all expect this trial to last?
3 days.
All right, Norma, I need a jury trial setting, 2 days.
I think it's set for next week. Give me one
It is.
second.
Oh.
Really fast.
It's set on the 19th.
All right, we'll see y'all back here on the 19th.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, who's here on Joshua Perez?
I am, ma'am.
All right, are y'all ready to proceed?
Yes.
All right, Joshua Perez. Court is calling 2021 CR 4513, State of Texas versus Joshua Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defendants.
Michael Bell, Wolf, Mr. Perez.
And are you Mr. Perez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the motion to enter adjudication of guilt and revoke community supervision with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Joshua Daniel Perez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2021 CR 4513 for the offense of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon on June 9, 2022 for a term of 8 years?
Hmm.
Is that you?
Hmm.
State?
Your Honor, by the condition of court, Cook County, Texas, Lieutenant Joshua Daniel Perez, the defendant failed to report to the supervision officer as directed to the month of July, August, 2004, violation of condition of the law.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
No
Any
objection.
objections?
No objections.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Your Honor,
Yes.
that agreement is to deny the motion. Amend conditions to include
No.
state ISP.
Yes.
Actually, it is to grant the motion, and to assess, 5 years.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
No, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay. So can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Mm.
All right, you can lower your hand. Why were you not successful? I mean, you got to figure out why, so you won't be back here again. Because 5 years is a lot of time. Any time is a lot of time.
Yes, ma'am.
So what was going on with you that you couldn't successfully complete this?
Nothing really.
Okay. All right. Probation, was there ever any restitution?
There's no restitution notated.
All right. Defense, is this the agreement?
Yes, it is.
All right. The court will grant the motion, find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison. There's to be no contact with Than, T-H-A-N-F, I'm sorry, T-H-A-N, P-H-A-N, James Drake, and Margaret Ivy. That's I-V-I-E. Court will give you credit for any time served. There is a $8,000 fine, time and money to run concurrent. And there's an affirmative finding of deadly weapon. All right, we can go off the record. State, you may be excused. Here's the thing. Life will pass you by so quickly. You're gonna have to make some changes. Otherwise, we'll be seeing you back here again. And as I tell people, there's always money for the government to find to build a prison to house somebody. And at the end of the day, if there's only supposed to be 10 inmates in the cell and they have to put 20 in it, they're gonna put 20 in it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Have a seat, sir.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Arturo Martinez. All right, where are we on this case? Is this yes?
Apologize. Defense counsel just turned over some of the discovery, or not discovery, so some information that I needed to do some discovery on.
Okay.
So we're asking for another setting for that discovery.
Okay.
I think we're getting close to a resolution.
All right. How much time are you asking for?
It's up to me, but I know that I hits right around Thanksgiving, so maybe 2.5, 3 weeks, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you recall this in December, please? You all are okay with the second week of December? All right,
Works.
second week in December. All right, December 10th.
Make sure.
Oh, and state, you may be excused.
Thanks. Yeah, that'll work.
All right, and what page is he on?
I am trying to look for him.
Page 10. All right, thank you. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused, and that will be the final date for plea deadline. Who's here on Randy Lyssy? All right. Court is calling 2024 CR 008806, State of Texas versus Randy Lyssy. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense,
Robert Valdez for Mr. Lyssy, Your Honor.
and are you Mr. Lyssy? All right, and probation, this is an application. Counsel, have you received all discovery?
Yes, I have, Your Honor. I think they're in the file. That's- We signed some time ago.
I do not have one.
Turned it in last week, but I can make another one.
All right, yeah. Can you make sure that there's an application, I'm sorry, that there's an acknowledgement of discovery on this case, because I don't have it in the file. Thank you. All right, so did you review all of the discovery with your client?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Mr. Lyssy, did you review the application for deferred adjudication or community supervision with your attorney? Did you sign it? You're charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, there's a $1,500 fine and the state is recommending deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea?
That is the plea, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
No, Your Honor. No.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 2 years. There be a TAP evaluation and 120 hours of community service restitution. Did you understand that's a recommendation from the state and the court does not have to follow that recommendation? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plea? States Exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty. The court will defer finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
We have no objections to the PSI, Judge.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Well, I think that this is his first offense, and I think that he is a good candidate for the punishment that he signed for, Judge, and we would ask the court to grant the application for deferred adjudication. And I think that my client will abide by the conditions set by the court.
All right, do you have any children?
I want
Age?
16.
Do they live with you? All right, so how often have you been using, and if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? All right, when's the last time you used? Well, I mean, this case, you say it's been a year. But let me see something.
That's a possession, I mean.
All right, so because there was meth in your vehicle, so you're saying you don't use?
No.
So that wasn't yours?
No,
I'm sorry?
No, no,
So whose meth was it?
it was a friend of mine.
I can't hear you.
It was a friend of mine.
It was what?
It was a friend of mine.
It was a friend of mine.
It was a friend
Oh.
of mine.
All right, so here's the thing. You're telling me you don't have a drug problem? Obviously you do. If you hang around with people who are using meth, then that's usually a group activity, maybe. So if you're telling me that you don't have a drug problem and you are not going to test positive, then I'm going to send you out into the world without any drug treatment. And if you turn up positive, that's a violation of your probation and they're going to file a motion to revoke. Do you understand? All right. Ms. Abrams, this is what the court will do. There's a $1,500 fine that will be prorated, 3 years deferred adjudication. There should be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, proof of employment. What do you do? What do you do for a living? All right, there's proof of employment within 30 days. He says he's currently unemployed right now. I'm starting to pick up the cadence. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. When you're on probation, I require everyone to have employment. And according to probation's conditions, you must support your dependents and your minor children are your dependents. Do you understand? There's to be field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. And there should be the DOEP course, 120 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once those are completed, 60 hours will be deemed satisfied. All right, good luck to you. Probation will go over conditions.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, thank you.
I went to the kind of folks.
Julian Rodriguez. All right, where's your client?
Your Honor, as of this time, have no contact with them. Despite best efforts of defense counsel, reach out to numerous numbers. We have not had contact, and I believe he's still not here, Judge, at this time.
All right. Just one moment.
Yes, Your Honor.
Deputy Laura, is there anybody who can make an announcement for Julian Rodriguez? It's Julian Andrew Rodriguez. And then we'll go on the record.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Norma, what page was Lyssy on?
Hey, you're at the bottom, Judge.
Thank you. All right, court is calling 2024 CR 010023D State versus Julian Rodriguez. Can I have an announcement, State?
Raymond Saldana.
All right, for the defense.
Rene Munoz.
All right, this hearing was scheduled at 9 a.m. It is now 11:27 a.m. The defendant has not made an appearance. Deputy Laura, did you make an announcement?
Yes, Your Honor, I did. He is not in the hallway.
All right, defense, do you have any contact with your client?
As of this time, no, Your Honor, despite best efforts of defense counsel, showed up today at the 187th District Court at 9 a.m., not present, checked in again with the bailiff 30 minutes ago, still not present in court this morning, Judge.
All right, state requests.
Yeah, we asked you to vote for non-judge this year.
Your Honor, we asked that the bond be increased to double the amount.
All right, the court will issue a judge's warrant, remand your client with bond. If your client makes an appearance, the court will reconsider.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Maybe.
All right, thank you, yes. Tyler Ashbaugh. All right, today is plea deadline day. All
Yes.
discovery has been received. Are you requesting a jury trial?
Judge, I'm actually requesting an extension on the plea deadline, and I'll explain why.
All right, let's hear the explanation.
So we were here on Tuesday, and you recalled us for today. Obviously, I know this case is old and you want to get it moving along. I understand that, but there were some legitimate discovery issues that we were resolving. I was expecting hopefully to have a little bit more time on Tuesday and for the state to give me an offer. I still have not received a firm offer on this case. I know that there's a new prosecutor on it. And I tried to come back yesterday. I saw you yesterday in court. The prosecutor that's handling the case was in a jury trial. And so I haven't received a firm offer. I have kind of an idea of a range of where it may be, but I don't.
Prosecutor.
It is, yes.
I'm texting right now, I'm calling right now. Sorry.
All right. So are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What's your work schedule?
My work schedule varies from week to week, but usually night shift.
All right, so we can bring this back on the 21st.
Okay. Next Thursday?
Mhm.
Let's check. That should work, Judge.
Okay. Hi. Hello.
Let's see. I do have a scheduled hearing in Kerr County on that day.
I can put it on the 19th.
Okay. What about the 20th, Judge, on a Wednesday? Are you here on Wednesday? No.
No,
Okay. And not Friday?
no.
Well, I think I should be able to go both places in one morning, hopefully.
Okay,
think
well,
we
what I
can do
can
it.
do is I can put it on the 21st for the afternoon.
That would work.
All right.
Or actually, could we keep it the morning?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah, and then if it needs to be, I'll
I'll
let Norm
notate
know.
that I'll notate that you may be in another county.
I appreciate that, Judge.
Right.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you for coming on.
All right,
All right, thanks.
What day was that?
November 21st.
Great.
All right, who's here on grabs? Yes, where's Catherine Grabs?
He's not present. He's not scheduled to report until Tuesday next week.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
What are you requesting?
I'm here on behalf of Anita Kim.
Okay,
She's requesting to withdraw. We have filed a motion to withdraw on all her cases. She's
okay,
having,
so she'll need to be, the defendant will need to be present for me to rule upon it.
okay, I can come back next Tuesday then, on her trial setting.
Okay,
I can appear then.
all right,
On behalf of
okay.
Anita, is that okay?
Yes, that's
Okay.
fine. All right, thank
All
you.
right, sure.
Sure. All right, Cameron, Nicholas Cameron.
Morning, Judge. He's in custody, Judge.
All right, come down. Where are we on this case?
Judge, I've got a deal worked out with Mr. Garahan.
Mhm.
And another court is waiting on me right now. I'm hoping I was gonna come back tomorrow, but I don't think that's available, but I can come back and do the plea next week, Judge.
Okay, so let me see. I can have you come back on Monday, the 18th, Berkeley.
I think that's fine. I'm already over here, Judge. If
Or do you want to come back this afternoon?
Can't, I got a mediation I got to do.
Okay,
I'll be here Monday.
all right, Norma. Nicholas Cameron is going to be recalled for Monday for disposition. All right,
Thank you, Judge.
unless, and you say you need to be somewhere else now?
I've got to go to the impact court. I've got a plea going on right there, right now.
My plea going over there, and my plea is not important.
Oh, yours is, Judge. If I didn't have a mediation to do, I'd work through.
I mean, they can do the paperwork now.
I know, Judge, I've got my daughter client that's mediation. I'm supposed to meet with them before.
Okay, we'll see you on Monday.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, we'll bring you back on Monday. Marcus Trammell. All right, so my understanding, all discovery was received on this case.
Judge, since last time when we've reviewed all the discovery, there's TikTok videos that are uploaded on e-discovery, but we are not able to open them. So I provided the state with a external drive today to get copies of all of those videos.
Oh, okay. All right. Norma, can you give this 1 month reset for discovery? And Deputy Laura, we're going to take our recess at noon.
Number 16.
All right, we'll be back on December 16th.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
And thank you for dressing appropriately for court. You always do, though.
And that's what I told.
Yeah.